My first award that I've ever won.
Oh, you mean like as a kid?
Oh my God, that's a good question.
Oh, the first award? That I can remember?
For what, anything?
I won the spelling bee when I was in 4th grade, and it was so meaningful to me that it still is the only award that I have in like full display anywhere. It's very meaningful to me, and it's a little bee, and I'm pretty sure you can buy it at like Michael's, and then they engrave it. But I won the spelling bee, and I'm to spell well means a lot to me.
The first award I ever won was in the 7th grade in Mrs. D's Jogathon. Now, I was not the person who jogged the most. I was the person who was the most responsible in watching the joggers. Mrs. D gave an award to everyone. So I got the most responsible award for the 7th grade jogathon at St. Emilius in Linwood, California.
Best ass?
That's the perfect answer.
Yeah, that was the one.
Who gave you this award?
Everyone. It was yeah.
Everyone on the planet?
Completely unanimous. And I was like, okay.
We're voting for you.
Do you remember? Yeah? Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, thank you.
When I was in kindergarten, I got a perfect attendance record. But it was because I moved schools, so I was only there for the last 3 weeks. But they gave it to me. A lot of people were upset. There was a controversy because there was this girl, I believe it was me and this girl, Annie Goodwin. We both got it. And I feel like she was a bit offended because she was like, wait, I've been here all year. You've only been here for a month. But I did get the award. Sorry, Annie.
It was a spelling bee. I think I was like in 1st grade.
Do you think that win filled you with confidence that would set you on your track to success today?
Oh, that was embedded in me from a very young age. Like, you know how you see now in memes and reels where the parent will like stick the kid in front of the mirror and have the positive affirmations? Yeah, that's how I was raised. Not to be cocky, but just of like, you are special. I believe we all have gifts. You don't have to be an actress to do this. You could be a teacher, work in economics, whatever. But I think there's something special about when you find that moment, when you're like, oh, this is what I'm meant to do.
I won a running race when I was 4 or 5, but I didn't come first. I think second. I'm happy with that.
From my 3rd grade science fair, Names of Leaves, runner-up.
What?
I was a runner-up for my project called Names of Leaves.
You named Leaves?
Did someone name more leaves than you?
I don't know if they named more leaves or if they just took a different approach to what the science fair was, but my project...
They actually did science.
...was Names of Leaves, and that was an honorable mention. That's a pretty big win.
That's good. I went to film school. I made a short film. It didn't win anything apart from one award in the Houston World Fest, and I had to pay to enter the festival, and I had to send a check, and I didn't have a checkbook, so I asked my dad to write the check. He did. I went to collect it, flew over to America, and the award was made out to my dad. So my dad has an award with his name on it because he wrote the check.
Oh my God.
Like money talks basically in Hollywood. So my dad
What was the award named though?
It was, well, it was
check.
for Alan Edwards, and it was something like Best Science Fiction Short or something.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I don't know, something like.
I think I was 7 years old. Yeah, I came runner-up in a piano competition. Minuet in G minor, I think it was.
Pretty good. These are things with you guys have things with talent. Mine was naming leaves.
That is a talent. That is a talent.
Evidently not enough of one.
Maybe my t-ball team in like 3rd grade. We won our little local township championship. That was probably the first trophy I ever got. No, actually my reading award in kindergarten. Yes, I was the best reader in my kindergarten class.
As an actor, the first award I ever won was the Young Hollywood Award for Orange is the New Black. And I was a baby and didn't know that I was supposed to give some really cool speech. But instead, I was like, I want to thank my mother, and it was really cheesy speech. It was like, whatever. But yeah, that was it.
I do remember winning prizes for my film Superstar, the Karen Carpenter story. One of them was the San Francisco Film Festival. Gave me a special prize for that film. It was the first film of mine that ever was shown anywhere, and it sort of took on a life of its own and really began my career that would become a career of making feature films. That distinction was meaningful. It really was.
I remember winning class president when I was in 5th grade. That's what it was. I was in 5th grade and I won class president. I remember making some ridiculous promises to win that I probably didn't follow through with a lot of my campaign promises. It was, I was a typical politician.
Well, I didn't do any sports, so that takes a big chunk out. I think it was in high school. I won like a plaque for being creative.
That's great. Did that encourage you to keep being creative?
Yeah. Sure, it did, yeah.
I used to be a competitive jump rope skipper. So we won 4th place in Canadian finals, and we were supposed to go to Worlds in Australia for double dutch. So that was my first ever award for jump rope. We were supposed to go, we were from a very small town in Alberta called Bonnyville. We couldn't fundraise the money because it was like a town of 5,000. There was like 10 of us on the team. So we like couldn't raise the $7,000 it would take to get us from Canada to Australia. But we still hold the Canadian title, so we're good.
It was for a short film I made at NYU, and it was given, I believe, at the Donnell Film Library, and it was handed to me by the director Robert Rossen. It was 1964, I think. The same film had won an award at Best Student Film at Brown University. So that was 64,
I think I saw that film in my first semester
of
film school.
Please. Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, I actually won an award at my tennis camp growing up for a theater award. I think it was like Best Theater Kid or something. I don't know. But that was an award I won when I was young.
I feel like I got the most improved for like maths GCSE, which is pretty cool. That's a thing, right?
Continue to improve?
No, it was like downhill, but I tried.
I'm remembering like a swim meet. That's like the first time, and I was part of a relay, and like I was young. I don't know. So that was fun.
It was a ballet award. There was a ballet lesson taught out of the little church basement in my hometown, Browning, Montana. I got bit by the bug, and then I danced for several seasons, and then took a competitive piece to Star Power in Seattle. I did dance my little tush off. I walked home with a gold medal.
I won an essay award for my class in my school in Korea, Minbaek school. And I think that I got a little thing for it. I wish that I remember more vividly what it was, but I think it was an essay.
Do you remember what the essay was about?
Maybe it was environmentalism, but I don't know.
I think it was at the Conservatoire in Paris for my piano, because I played piano. Maybe it was this.
I won a silver medal in gymnastics for the vault way back when I did competitive gymnastics, so it all went downhill from there.
Intramural basketball bitty ball trophy for I think it was like 3rd place. It was 11 years old or something like that. We got that trophy, and then we won the AAU championship a few years later, and then I retired my career. Yes, indeed, that was nice. The AAU was a national title too. It was a great team. We traveled all across the country. We played ball.
I won a couple of drawing competitions when I was a kid. I won Best Actress at my school. I mean, the fact that I even existed at my school from a school play once, where I played a man who was suffering from PTSD in World War I.
The first trophy was a judo competition, and I won the 3rd prize. My dad came to me afterwards and said that he's really proud of me. It felt great, and I think the medal is still with my parents.